version 0.5.4. We've got Mongoose Bottom Up. We've got custom filtering. Some cool changes. I'm happy about them. Let's take a quick look at some of our changes. Now, normally we only had the Mongoose top down, and we can build that here. And now we have a full population for building Mongoose up. The opportunity, or the big difference in this is if you are not starting with main worlds you already have, which is the number one reason why you would do a continuation method or a top-down method, is you've already got main worlds and you just want to extend it. But another reason would be, if you take a look, the subsector on the left has a lot more of those blue dots. That represents a breathable atmosphere with a high, with an ocean. And on the right, you can see there are fewer of those. We get a little bit more of a hostile universe when we build things bottom up. That's sort of my bias. And I've really been looking forward to having the full Mongoose available in the bottom up. And of course, we have everything available to us from the socioeconomics and the whole system down. So another thing that I'm happy about that we've added is I'm a big fan of having the travel time ready to go, and I'm a fan of stellar masking, which I'm not sure what version of Traveller that kicked in. If I have to do things by hand, then I ignore stellar masking. But if you are a Traveller fan and you understand the jump rules, you're supposed to get far enough away from large bodies like a world or like a star. And so I have the jump times down for each of the worlds, and you can see we have 8 hours for a 1G ship and 5.67 hours for a 2G ship, but it says masking available. And what that's done is the computer has figured out that this main world is within 100 diameters of the star. And so if you don't play with stellar masking, you just ignore it. You just go with the normal jump times. But if you do, then you can turn that on. And that's what this enable stellar masking distances does. We can go down and see this planet is also close enough to the star. This planet is close enough to the star. And by the time we get out here, we get to planets that are far away that they're not stellar massed. And if we come up and take a look again and we enable this, this now bumps up, and it's now 24 hours to get into this planet using the stellar masking rules. If it's already calculated, I'm a big fan of it. Now the players have 24 hours hearing the radio chatter, talking, but the shenanigans can happen in those 24 hours. Lots of opportunities for GMs. So that's there, ready to go. And the other thing that I'm really happy about with this version is I'm a big fan of filtering, and I will always want to be able to see what we've got. So let's just turn on automatic exports. There's an export route automatically generated, and let's just say we want to add in some trading routes there, and maybe we're just going to put a feed route there. I don't know, I'm making it up, but we can turn these off now and on as we see fit. Turn them all off for the moment, and I just want to see A and B starports. Oh, I've got a period. It should just be a comma. A and B starports. There's the A's and B's. There are just the A's. And what, any tech levels above 12? Let's turn these back off. I hit clear, so back on. Any tech levels above 12? There's a few above 12. So every time you hit clear, these are going to come back on. And then on top of all that, if you're like me, I have a way I like to see these planets. You notice we already distinguish between the whites and the blues, and that's a custom rule that's already set up, which you can turn off if you want. I like my atmospheres that are A or B. I like them to be purple. That's in my head. That just works. So now I apply that rule. Now all the A's and B's atmospheres are purple. And you can even save your rules just on a blank map, and then if you want to generate and always generate using the same rules, you can do that. So if I come back here and start over, I have a JSON map somewhere here. It's my color mapping. And so all that is just me beginning to put my mapping rules together. And now if I come over and want to generate an entire sector bottom up, I come up and there we go, and I can see the A's and the B's. The reds are seas, and the blues are still our breathable oceans. And there we have our sector. And then if we want, I can generate some export routes and maybe link them together if I want, or delete them, or whatever I want to do with them. There we go. So it's coming along. Testing is still continuing, but we're knocking off bugs left, right, and center. It's working pretty well. This is version 0.5.4. Feel free to play with it if you like. The link is in the description if I remember to do it. And it's web driven, but you can even load this on your computer, run it locally if you don't want to run it online. Should be easy to do. All right. Have a good one.